Goodness gracious sakes alive, welcome back. Today we visit historic Jamestowne, Virginia. The ticket and info desk is open 9 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. 7 days a week. Even though the ticket counter closes at 4:30, once you purchase your tickets, you can visit the park until sunset. Tickets for 16 and older are $20, and they are good for 7 days, and you can get into both historic Jamestown and Yorktown Battlefield with those tickets. There are a variety of ticket packages, so check out their website. I will put a link in the video description. We went with a $20 ticket just because we did not have time to do all the others. They are reconstructing the old church, and as we arrived, we were told that they were going to ring the old church bell, which hasn't been done in hundreds of years. Across from the church there is the statue of Pocahontas. There are no written accounts from Pocahontas herself. What we do know was written by the Englishmen like John Smith, and also accounts based on the sacred verbal history of the Mattaponi tribe. Pocahontas was about 11 years old when the English arrived in Jamestown. The oral and written accounts of her life can contradict one another, but one thing is true: her story has captivated people for more than 4 centuries, and it still inspires people today. She also still lives on through her own people, who are still here today, and through the descendants of her 2 sons. I could go into details of the written and oral accounts of Pocahontas, but I won't, because I don't want this video to be too long. There are many interesting books available to learn more. Historic Jamestown was established on May 14, 1607 as the home of the ruins of the first permanent English settlement in North America. We took the self-guided tour of the island, and as you walk around the island, you will see archaeological digs in process. Artifacts from these digs are on display in the museum. They did ring the church bell while we were here, and they are getting photos of the event. If you look closely, you will see the bell on the ground in the middle of the 2 people getting their photo taken. Walking around the fort, you will see where church services were held, where burial grounds were found, and also back in those days, important people were buried under the churches. At each site, there is a sign giving info on the archaeological dig and what has been found in that specific area. On some signs, there are photos from the dig showing what they found before it was removed. Looking at the fort, I wonder how this style fort kept anyone out. I guess it could give them enough time to grab their weapons before someone got through the wooden walls or over the wooden walls. I'm not sure. It was built in the shape of a triangle to create the best possible defense, since there were ongoing conflicts with the Indians. Much of the fort burned in January 1608, but was soon repaired. By the 1620s, the fort was in poor shape, and after the colony's government moved to Williamsburg in 1699, Jamestown Island became a tobacco plantation. Jamestown's many houses were plowed down, and in 1861 the Confederates graded more of the town's remains to build an earthen fort for a cannon battery in the Civil War. By the late 1800s, the only trace of 17th century Jamestown left above ground was the brick church tower. I'm sure the church will be amazing to visit once construction is finished. I visited when I was living in this area in the 1980s, and at that time all that stood was the church tower, and the mansion remains on the other side of the island. There are many more archaeological digs today, and there is also a museum that was not here at that time either. There's also the Hunt Shrine. The Reverend Robert Hunt was the first Anglican minister of the colony. The shrine was built in June 1922 to commemorate the earliest celebration of the Holy Communion in the first permanent English settlement in America. If archaeological digs are not your thing, or you need something more entertaining for the kids, then I suggest visiting the Jamestown settlement. It isn't far from here, and it is a living history museum with recreations of a 1610s fort and the Powhatan Indian Village. We did not have time to visit the Jamestown settlement on this trip, plus we wanted to see the original site where the settlers landed first before actually going on to the Jamestown settlement. We are going to end part 1 of this video as we go inside the museum. Part 2 will begin inside the museum and onto the other side of the island where the archaeological digs have been completed. We will go into more detail about the life in Jamestown and the struggles that the people faced here. Stay tuned for more videos on this intriguing place in history. Thanks for watching part 1. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We post photos and updates that may not be in these videos. We hope y'all enjoyed our introduction video to Jamestowne. If you did, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and also feel free to leave a comment. Also, subscribe to our channel if you have not already done so, and click on the little bell to get notifications when we post new videos. Thanks for watching, and as always, safe travels and God bless.